Test, check, test, 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 toast, test, test, toast, toast. Okay, let's try that. Let's see what we get out of it. Welcome, everybody. It's time for a Starshipwright live stream. How you doing? I'm Jeff, the Starshipwright, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to keep doing it, and eventually I hope that I will learn what I'm doing. So, welcome. It's been another week. Boy, life is complicated in our time here. There's a lot going on, obviously. My kids are home 24/7, and they are completely out of their minds. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wrangling my microphone here. Yeah, they're completely out of their minds. I love them dearly, but they are a handful for both myself and my wife. So it's been real. I have printed the April ships, and of course I don't have them in front of me. They're over there. I do have this. This is the April ship printed out in blue PETG because that's what I had on the machine when I tested it, but it is actually going to be in the nice midnight purple silk PLA, so it's nice and shiny. It's pretty great. I wasn't able to get any more filament this week. Filament is kind of hard to get because everyone's making medical masks with it, so everybody's sold out of it. All the suppliers that I would normally look at, it's like they might have some, they might not have some, they only have some colors. This will be in next week, so, you know, I haven't been able to order any, so I'm just using what I have in stock, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and tonight we're going to go back to working on the May Spaceship Club ship. If you join the Patreon at the $10 level or $12 level if you're international, I send a spaceship, something like this one, or this one, which I just had. I send these spaceships out once a month. Every month you get a new one, new design, and I do these live streams and make the spaceships on the live stream. So that's what I'm up to tonight. And now I got to put my glasses back on, and let's switch over to my ZBrush. There we go. Transition. And here we are in ZBrush. Awesome. So this is our ship that we're working on. And I have my, where did I put my sketches of it? I need to put my sketches where I can see them. Here we go. And I drew this particular thing out. Oh, that's right. I put it on my iPad. So let's bring up my iPad here. The latest version of the sketch is on the iPad, so I'm going to come up with that. Where did I put it? Is it in here? Let's see. Yes, it's right there. Okay, cool. So I've got this here on my iPad, and I'm going to be working from that. And put that down in front of me, and I'm going to check my text messages. No, I don't need to know that. Okay, great. So here we go. Let's see. Grab my trusty tablet pen. Put my trusty phone somewhere else. Put my trusty reference over here, I guess, and I'll flip this up. And I'll plug that in so the battery doesn't run out. As usual, we were putting the children to bed for quite some time before I came in here, and I took the time to make this new standby graphic that I did. I took the time to do that. And so there it is, very nice. But now back to ZBrush. And here we go with the, hi Devin, my kid is here. You're not supposed to be in here while I'm broadcasting, and you can't get in front of the camera. Hold on just a moment. What's going on, buddy? Okay. I need to take care of something. I love you. Good night.
Sorry for
You're the best.
little
Yeah, that's okay. My kid is awesome. I love my kid. Both my kids are awesome. I love both my kids. That's the big one. His name is Devin. He's a good kid. Okay. And now, hopefully, without any further interruptions, we will work on the ship. So, let's see. What do I need to do here? Well, clearly, this grouping here needs a little bit of work. So I'm going to click on that. I got my Z modeler. And let's put on the polyframe so I can see my frames. Okay. I want to zoom in here, and this is actually going to be real easy to do, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off symmetry, and I'm going to go bridge to polys, and I'm just going to go bonk, bonk, and there it is. That's just fine, and then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to select all this. Oop, sorry. It's been a while, so my hands are a little weak, and it's being laggy. So let us select those, and I'm going to want to move them. Go to unmasked center, and let's do that. I just want to move that down till that is sticking in there. Okay, very good. Quit, turn off the polyframe, see what that looks like. Right, okay, there's a little bit of stuff there. And I think these should be rounded, but also I need to actually make this whole thing thicker. So let's turn my polyframe back on, and I'm going to, where's my polygon actions? We're going to polygroup, single poly. I'm going to do that and polygroup them. And then I'm going to go to quick mesh, Q mesh, and I'm going to just pull them up to make them thicker because this bit is not quite thick enough. Oh, and I'm going to have to pull that forward. Okay, are those thick enough now? Yeah, they probably are. So Q mesh single poly. And I'm going to pull that forward into there because that's what you do. All right, yeah, these need to be thicker even though there's not really that fat. Both of these sets of wings need to be thicker. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to pull them up. They need to be thicker because otherwise they will not print strong enough. And I might do a little bit of tweaking on them at some point here. Now, if we turn that off and hit not that, and hit Shift D, D, Shift D. Why is that not working? Do I have dynamic on here? Let me close up brush for a second. D. Okay, there we go. That worked. Shift D. So I'm not going to crease all of those. And I want to go to transparent because I want to be able to look at this. I want to crease these in here. So I'm going to crease, I'm just going to do edge so I can go bonk, 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 bonk. Is that working? It is not. Crease edge. Because of the transparency, so I need to solo it, crease, Shift D. Let's crease, 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 and we will also crease these. And let's turn solo off for a second. I just want to see how that looks. Do that, and then we've got some curve there. I'm going to add some control loops here. Who's here? Hey, Gene, how you doing? Dimitri, how you doing? Thane, how you doing? Wow, it's all my dudes. I haven't seen any of you guys in a while. It's good to see you again, Dim. Great to see you, Thane. How are you? And Gene, of course. I just removed that. Remove what? Remove what there, Gene? Remove my brain. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, well, and we're definitely going to need to turn up the subdivision to 3. 3 shall be the number of the subdivision, and the number of the subdivision shall be 3. Okay, so now I'm going to insert, just a single edge loop. That's all I want, because I want a single edge loop there. And let's put one here. No, not there. Let's put one here. No, not there. What are you doing, stupid program? No. No. Shift D. Sometimes this thing just doesn't want to work. Let's put one there. Put one there and hit D. And right, that's much better. D I hit for dynamic subdivision. Somehow I need to put another one here. Command Z, and Shift Z, Shift Z. There we go. Okay. So I got to turn polyframe off so I can see what I'm looking at here. Yeah, I still want to. Not sure why it is not doing my bidding. Probably because it's software, and software is ridiculous. There we go. That's what I want. That's what I want. And I want to slide this one back a little bit. Slide edge loop complete. And put it on back. So I'm going to keep looking over here at the chat. Okay, no responses yet. It's good to see that there are people here. It's very gratifying to know that somebody actually wants to hang out. That's cool. Okay, turn that off. Okay, that looks okay to me on those wings. Now these wings still need a little bit of tweaking. The back wing, I'm going to tap on that, hold down Option and tap on it, and the mouse driver for this thing is just the pits, man. It's terrible. The Wacom tablet driver thing ruins the works of the mouse. Okay, let's go to solo again because I need to pull this. No. Polyframe on, and let's turn on symmetry, and let's see, I'm gonna want to move that back a little bit. Go to unmasked center so I can do this symmetrically. Very nice. Quit, solo off, polyfill off. Zoom 3D, and let's hit our dynamic subdivision, which gives us a very different look. Let's pop it up one to subdivision level 3. And let's see what we can do here. Polyframe on. Let's insert a thing. So I hope everybody's doing okay, man. It's really something these days. Life is complicated and difficult, and All of us who have kids are probably a lot more worried about things these days. Those of us who do not are most likely worried, but for different reasons. Let's see, actually, I want to zoom in, and I want to, don't want to do that. Shift D, I want to crease this and this. And, that's making a strange pinch. So let's try not doing that. How would that work better? How could I get that to work better? Oh, I know how. Let's do this. Let's turn leave polyframe on and turn that off. And let's go mirror and weld X. And that gives us a line down the middle that we can now crease. And that should give us a nice, at least nicer straight line there. And that's good, that's fine, that's gonna work great. Do I need to crease anything in here? Let's crease that edge. Should I crease that edge? No, I don't think that works. D, yeah. No, I think that'll work. I think that's nice. So go out of transparency. We're going to zoom out. I'm going to look at this. Now, so this is going to turn into a 3D model. It's going to be just like, one of these spaceships. I'm going to print it out. It's about the same size as a Hot Wheels car, 60 millimeters. Right. Let's go here. And I want to turn on the polyframe because I want to insert an edge loop here. Because I want to tighten down that back bit. That's what you do to tighten down a back bit. And there we go. Okay, yeah, that looks good to me. I want to look on this. Is this in subdivided? Let's crease what needs to be creased. Okay, that looks good. And that could use a little work right there. We could smooth that out. Let's turn the polyframe on. Zoom 3D. Let's shift D. Shift D. Okay, yeah. Polyframe. So that's kind of looking weird. But that's a plane, right? Is that a plane? Yes, it is. I'm going to solo this because I'm going to get my BPL planer brush. And I'm going to make it a little bigger. Make the brush a little bigger. And I'm going to flatten those crunchies out by rubbing along here. And I need to lift it there. I'm not going to lift it there. I am going to smooth and then go planar again. No, that didn't work. And Z, Command Z. Okay, I think that's going to have to do. And that should work fine. It's a little grumbly, but I'm not going to complain about it. So let's zoom in here, and I'm going to want to crease. Let's go here, get my crease. That just makes it so it's a sharp edge on this 3D thing. I want to crease edge loop partial, so it just goes... right, it's going to go by triangles here, so... bonk, bonk, and bonk, and it's, and of course it did not do it. Wait, what's going on here? There we go. It did not do it symmetrically because I don't have it set up that way. And really what I want to do here, if I was doing this as a game model, and who's to say I'm not, why is that creased? I don't know. If I'm doing this as a game model, I need to get rid of some of these crunchy triangles. So I'm actually going to delete some edges. So delete, bonk, bonk, bonk. No, not that way. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I got to plan this out. It's important. Let's do it this way. And now let's go symmetrical. And let's see. All right, I'm going to need to spin some edges at some point. Non-symmetrical. Yeah, of course, it's non-symmetrical. Ugh, ugly. Well, you know, the lower stabilizer, but yes, I do need it for strength, Gene. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, because this is going to be a solid piece of plastic that prints out. Everything needs to have a thickness. Everything needs to be a certain thickness. Otherwise, it can be really weak. Like I noticed on this ship, these wings here aren't really very. They're not really very thick, and I had problems with pulling these off the bed, and they would break. Hopefully, the ones that I sent out, they didn't break, or they weren't broken. But I kept the ones that did break when I took them off the bed, and I've since glued them. But yeah, that's definitely a weakness. So I want to make sure I avoid that sort of thing. That's why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it. Let's see. What happens if I crease edge loop partial here? My thumb keeps falling on the wrong buttons. Edge loop partial, edge loop partial. Okay, that worked. That worked. Turn off the polyframe and see what we got. I'm going to smooth that. And I'm going to smooth that. And just a little bit of smoothing here. And I might just have to live with that for now, because that's probably not going to get any better. I'll smooth this out a bit up here. Okay. I'll be adding some stuff to hide the sins. I always add a little geometry to hide the sins of these things. Okay, so that's looking all right. Turn off dynamic solo. Judd's here? Which Judd is here? Is that Judd McBride? Dude, wow. This must be because it's popping up on my Facebook too. I've got this going to my, unfortunately it's going to my personal Facebook. I'd rather have it going to my page Facebook, but apparently that requires you to pay Facebook money, and I'm not about to do that. I really don't like Facebook very much. It's just a thing, but that's okay. They are allowing me to connect with my friends and my family from long ways away, from long times ago, in galaxies far, far away. Hey, that's an idea. Okay, so this, I want to show you something here. This ridge right along here, I hope you can see the cursor. Yeah, this ridge right along here is not going to print. It will not print at all, because it would start printing. I'm printing this starting from the bottom. So if I zoom 3D and flip this around, you can see that that doesn't have anything underneath it. So it will try to start printing that bit in midair. So I can't allow that to happen, which means I need to come back to this thing and turn that on and turn off the subdivisionings. And I'm going to need to, let's see, I'm going to insert an edge loop here, right? And then I'm going going to go solo, and I'm going to, it's on QMesh Poly, so I'm actually going to select all of these, and I'm going to lift them up. And I'm going to turn solo off because I want that to show up there. Okay. Now that will print just fine because this thing here is now intersecting it in a way that will allow that to work. What I've determined is that these need to be the maximum angle or minimum angle that this can be to the ground plane here is 50 degrees. So any place like here, this would be a problem at the back of these engines, except I'm going to stick in something there. I'm going to make a piece that goes in there. Let's see, how am I going to do that? There's a bunch of different ways to do that. Oops. A bunch of different ways to do that. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to polygroup, oops, no. Going to polygroup, single poly, and option. I just want another color there. I'm going to, this is going to be fun. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to hide everything else, and I'm going to delete hidden so that all we have is that bit. And then I'm going to go to unmasked center. I'm just going to shrink it down. Oop, I want to make this local symmetry. I'm going to shrink this down a tiny bit, right? I'm going to, I'm going to pull it out a little just for the moment. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to QMesh polygroup all. I'm going to pull that out. And then I'm going to go here like this. I'm going to move this whole thing back in there. I'm going to rotate them slightly. And I'm going to shrink, unmask center, there we go. And I'm gonna run those to flat, and I'm going to pull them in. So what I'm doing here is creating the exhaust ports, basically. It's, they're only 2 meters wide. So this is going to need to be, let me just crease this and see what we get. Yep, that looks about right. When I do that, let's turn off polyframe. And I'm going to have to scale up this back piece here. So I'm actually going to flatten those two to make it easier. I'm pull them back a little, and then I'm going to go off of solo so I can see what the hell I'm doing, and I'm going to just scale up that bit. Quit, do that. Let's go here and hit that, and that is what our, not quite. I am going to have to do a little bit of messing around, obviously. So let's look at this from the back, and we will select, we will go back to this, select that, and move it inwards. Easy as pie, easy as cake. And I'm going to turn my polyframe back on because I'm actually going to slide edge loop complete and move this edge loop down to the middle. I am then going to select it, and I'm going to make it wider. So we have that nice curvature there. And then I'm going to move this part over and down. And back over a little bit more. A little more down, a little more over. And I will select this inner part. I'm going to move that out and up. I'm going to select this set and move that over. Quit. And you know what? I think I'm going to, once again, I'm going to uncrease that. Crease, edge of partial. I'm just going to uncrease. And I'm going to add control loops to get that to right where I want it. So we're going to add insert, edge loop, single edge loop. Pull that up, insert another one and pull that down. And that should pretty much give me what I want, right? Pretty much. I do need still to bring these in. And that's real nice. Quit. And I need to bring, I'm going to bring these up a little bit. Quit. And let's see how big that empty space is. That might not work as well as I like, so I probably should make these bigger, closer out to the edge. And that should take care of it. I think that will print okay. If I want it to print a little better, I can go here and let's see. I want to go back to no subdivision. And what did I do there? Did I put in another loop to make that work? Did I? I guess I can slide this one back. Slide, edge loop complete. Make that a little bit rounder. And then that should build properly. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll work. So, okay, so then we're going to need to put some kind of port in there, which we will. Let's see, should we inset and push it in? Maybe. Or we could do, let's see, let's try an IMM brush. We're going to go BI, and I'm going to go to IMM. Let's see, where is that? Let's try IMM model kit and see if I can find the thing that I'm looking for. No, that's not it. No. Where could it be? Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level. No. Maybe. No. No. I might come back to that, but give me a second. I'm still looking for things. There's a lot of stuff in this multiple master brush. ZBrush is really cool with this. This multiple master brush lets you just, basically draw a shape, draw a 3D thing onto another 3D thing. So I'm in the process of looking for that. No, that's not it. Let's go to BI. That's not it. Get me the hydro spanners. Is it in IMM Spaceship? Ooh, there's all kinds of crazy stuff in here. Wow. Here it is. This is pretty much what I want, I think. Let me move here and see what else we got. Oh, that might also work. And that would also work. Yeah, I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place. Some Lego looking stuff there. No, 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 no. I think I'm going to try those cones. I think that'll work the best. Let's keep looking and see what we've got. So many awesome parts in here. Thank you, Joseph Drust. You fine ZBrush guy, you, for making all these great pieces. All these great bits. So many great bits and chunks and things in here. God, there's millions of them. Why does this keep snapping? Oh yeah, the mouse driver is crap. Right, never mind. Okay, so I'm going to go back and find those cones, wherever they might be. Back and back. I know we're getting close. I know there's a better way to look through these things, but I don't know what it is right now. I have to look it up. Okay, here we go. So now I can draw this directly on there, and that's cool. And then we can do this and rotate them into some interesting way. But then the next thing that we are going to do is we need to split the mast points. And I need to go over here and do a little maintenance. Let's put that down because we are going to be subtracting these. And I'm going to turn this over. Live Boolean. Pull this out. Oh, these aren't filled. Oh, that's a problem. These cones aren't filled. So, okay, let's solo them. Solo. And zoom 3D, and let's turn that off. And we are going to turn on that polyframe line. We are going to delete all these polys. Hold the space bar. Delete. Let's try polyloop and see if we can make it work. Delete polyloop. No, that's not how we want it. Shift D. Zoom 3D. We want to delete polyloop that way. There we go. Oop. No, that way. There we go. It's tricky. If you can see on here, there's a little orange line when you say delete polyloop. There's a little orange line that pops up there. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but hopefully you can. That little orange line tells you which way the polyloop is going. So when it's going that way, it deletes it going that way. But if you're going this way, if you go that way, it deletes the inside. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to be deleting all those interiors, I hope, and then closing those holes. Oops. There we go. Okay. Then closing those holes. As soon as I get these all deleted, delete. I really hope I have symmetry on this layer. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do some that mirroring and welding. I don't talk very much anymore, which will shock my friends, which will shock Gene, I would think, and probably Thane as well. I don't talk very much anymore, so my voice is getting tired. And we close holes. Isn't that great? It just closes the holes for you. And we'll hit that, and actually I'm going to crease because I want those to be hard edges. Did it do it on the other side? Ah, yeah, it did. Hooray! And turn off polyframe, and now look at that. We've got some wonderful thruster portage just sitting in there with almost no work. Let's move it. I want to see how far forward I can move it. Yeah, because I want the holes to be a little bit bigger. There you go. bam, instant rocket ports. Very cool. That looks nice. That looks cool. It looks like a dude. All right, so that is our major structural construction. You know what? I think I might want to put a insert single edge loop. Might want to put another control edge here just to make that a little bit sharper. Yeah, that's fun. I'm cool with that. Might want to do that to the other one too. Actually, put one in the middle and bend those a tad. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on that. Turn that on. I want to insert. Why is it not doing what I want it to do? Such a pain in the butt. I want to insert an edge loop here. And this one, I'm going to select it again. Let's see if I can turn this in a way that will make it easier to select that loop. There we go. Okay. Should be able to select all that and W, and then I'm going to come back here and turn off solo. I'm going to turn off polyframe, and I'm going to move that up. So I've got a little bit of a gull wing thing going on here. And then I'm also going to insert another edge loop because I want that to be a little bit sharper, not too much sharper, just a little bit sharper. And I want to get rid of that curve. How am I going to do that? Let's go to solo. To get rid of that curve, I have to move this up. Okay, so here's a thing I'm going to do in ZBrush. You can do transpose on anything. So I'm going to go transpose edge loop complete and click on that, and that selects it. And let's go to there and go to there, and I just want to move that up. Let's turn off polyframe. It allows you to select a thing and then move it any way you want. There we go. And unselect and unsolo. And now we've got a little bit of gull wing there. I like it. We've got a little bit of gull wing there. I like that too. It just makes the ship a little bit more interesting. We've got a little curve here that I want to get rid of on this. Why is it there? Wondering, am I? Why are you here? Transparency, no. Solo. Okay, let's crease. No, that's a polygon. I don't want to crease a polygon. I want to crease an edge. Crease. Let's try edge loop complete. And let's just do QMesh a single poly so I know what I'm doing. Crease edge loop complete. Nope, that didn't work. Nope, that didn't work. That's not the one I want. Let's do that. There we go. Let's see how that works. Doesn't work as well as I'd like, so let's look at it from the top. I am going to move that to there and pull it back to get rid of that curve. Wow, that's really going to have to just come back all the way, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Quit. And that will work really nicely. All right. 3D. Actually, let's zoom back in. Let's do a goddamn mouse driver. Let's zoom back in. And let's do a BPR, best preview render, because I just want to see what this looks like. Yep, that'll work fine. Okay, so this thing is mostly together at this point. This is all of the physical parts, I believe. Let's check my reference. Why did it pop that back down? I don't know. Here we go. Yeah, that's looking like all our physical stuff. Oh, no, wait. I actually need to cut a whole chunk out of this thing, don't I? Oh, Jeff, why do you not remember stuff? All right, well, that's easy enough. We'll go here, and I made a smaller one, right? Where is that located? Yeah. Is that one? No. Yeah, okay, that's that one. What's this one? This one is another one of those. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this one just so I have a copy. Turn that off. And I'm going to squeeze this in and make it longer. I'm going to pull it out a little bit. What does that look like? Okay. I might have to do some sculpting on this one or use a deformer. I think I will use a deformer because that way I can be way more precise with this. I want to bring this in. So what this is going to do, this is actually going to be subtracting. Let's move this down. This is going to be a subtraction, but I need to move this down because I don't want that to get subtracted. So this is going to be a subtraction from that. It's sort of where I want it, kind of. No, not that one. This one. We want to move this up. Yep, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Very good. I'm going to pull it in. And let's just frame the thing so we can see it. I'm going to pull this in. And is that right? That's going to need a... Is that cutting it off properly? Sorta. All right, so let's see what I can do with a deformer here. First of all, this is not going to go back any further than that point there. So let's see. Let's turn that on. So that's what we're subtracting, and we're only going to subtract it from. How are we going to subtract it? I'm not sure. I might have to mess around with this a little bit. Let's turn that off again, because I don't want it to subtract. Let's see, let me turn this off. And click here. I don't want it to subtract into this area. So that's going to be a bit of a bear, I think. Maybe, possibly, could be, maybe not. We'll see. And I definitely don't want to subtract the underside of it. I'm going to turn this one off, and I want to turn this back on. Where's my subtractor? Here it is. Okay, that's good. That's going to do okay. What happens if we rotate it? No, what happens if we rotate the subtractor a bit, just a bit, that way? Do I like that? I think I do, but I think that needs to get smaller still. Yep, that's true. Quit. And let's, gonna slice this here. Polyframe, right? So there I've got a slice, and I'm going to slice it on the side here, or I'm going to slice it on the bottom, because I don't want that to go all the way through, or do I? Oh, I do, don't I? I'm actually going to need 2 of these, or maybe not. Let's see. Let's try a deformer. I'm going to put this back to add so I can see it. And then let's do a fun thing here. All right, I need to keep that open. And I need to keep this on because I need to be able to see it. And let's go to, we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. And now I'm going to add deformer. So for my deformer, I'm going to make this wider at this point because we are going to be cutting those things out. I'm going to make this narrower. No, go to, no, I don't have that. Okay, so we'll click there, and then do that, and then do that, and then do that, and then make that narrower. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. And let's see, what else are we going to do? I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that, I'm looking at the other thing, I'm looking at my camera to see if you can see me. I'm going to do that. Oh, wait, no, I just want to narrow the top, right? So I only want to affect these 2, or this set. So I select them. I'm just going to put an angle where I can sort of see what I'm doing, and I'm going to pull that in. Oh, very nice. Oh, very nice. But then I need to widen this part. Oops. Okay, this needs to get a little bit wider. Quit, and let's zoom out. And let's make that a subtract again. Right. And then we're going to need to do what? We're going to need to delete that, delete hidden, close holes, crease, and turn off the polyframe, and that will probably work okay-ish. Let's turn on my duplicate again, and I'm going to bring that down so it's not being subtracted. Okay, and let's do some scaling and everything. And of course, my machine is now lagging like crazy. Here we go. That's what we're kind of looking for here. Make that a little bit wider. Okay, we're making that wider. Bring it forward. All right, you're going to bring it forward to there, because I don't want it sticking out the back. It is sticking out the back. So I'm going to have to chop that off, right? I'm going to flatten the nose a little bit and everything. All right, but yeah, we need to chop this off where? Probably. I just want to do transparent so I can see it. And let's go. Let's do that. And delete hidden, close holes, crease. Okay, and turn off transparency. That gives us an interesting little extra roundage. Oh, that's cool. Happy accident. Yay, I love happy accidents. Happy accidents are the best. Okay, so now I'm going to get my hard polish brush and I'm going to make it pretty big. And I'm just going to start pushing right there because I want to flatten that nose just a little bit. Very good, very good. I'm also going to flatten this underside a little bit. Very good, very good. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty cool. I'm liking it. Do that and take a look here and see what we're looking at. Is that going to work? Who knows? I don't know. It's close enough. Let's see what it looks like in a preview render. I'm only going to be going for a little bit while longer. Jen. Oh my God, it's Gus Casco, Senor Gustano Caslo. Holo. Feliz Navi Tiddle something or other. It's an old joke. Put a shark face on it? Yeah, I can probably put... I'm not going to put that in the 3D, though. That would be on Paint, Jen. I wonder if there's a way for me to make the chat thing go ding when somebody comes up. Let me look. I want to hear when somebody... Settings. There's notifications. What do I do with notifications? Looks like a mouse from the front. Yeah, that's okay. Text to speech. No. 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 That doesn't work. I'll have to look into this a little bit and see if I can make it so it pops up and says, Bob just said something, you know, even though there's no Bob. There is no Bob here tonight. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm just making sure that that I can get my voice across here. There's always some consternation involved in getting my voice going. Looks like a mouse from the front. Okay, well, that's all right by me. Yep, it does. It does indeed. Well, I'm not going to put any eyes on it or anything. Let's see. What do I got going on here? Right. I'm going to definitely do that. And that. And, oh, right. I need to take a chunk out of the side of these, out of the side of this engine here. Let's see. How are we going to do that? Not sure. So I'm going to hold off on that for a minute. It's 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm going to go about another 15 minutes. Thanks, Jen. Thanks for letting me know. I'm not as bad on tech as as your Chinese mom. Yeah. No, I'm actually really good on tech. It's just this software is weird. ZBrush is, I mean, I'm pretty good at ZBrush now, but there are so many weird things in ZBrush, man. It is a strange program. The weird thing about it, or the cool thing about it is, I think, is that it's the entire interface and software is designed by one guy. And this is his concept of what a 3D interface should be. And it's very different from other 3D interfaces, but there are some things that work really, really well and really, really fast. So there are things that ZBrush is really quick at that other apps are not quick at. And, oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning. Yes, I'm tired. It's been a long week. Okay, so let's see. What have I got? All right, hang on. I want to turn this down here. Yeah, okay. I just want to do a BPR here because I want to see what this looks like. This front end thing. So let's BPR. That's the best preview render. How is it compared to Corel? Well, this is a 3D app. Corel is a 2D app, right? Yeah, Corel, I mean, I guess Corel probably has some kind of 3D thing, but no, this isn't like Corel Draw is like an Illustrator program. I don't know if there's any Corel 3D program, so it doesn't compare to Corel Draw at all. Corel Draw compares to Adobe Illustrator. That's the main thing there. Okay. Got some custom cuts in here. I might not do those on the stream tonight, however. Let's do that. That does look okay to me. Let's do a side cut. I've got a side intake kind of thing here. Turn off perspective. Turn the ship to that side. Yeah, I think that's kind of looking interesting. I might want to, however, let's do another funky thing. Let's insert Sphere 3D, and I want to turn it 90 degrees. So I'm looking straight down the barrel. I want to shrink it substantially. I want to go sideways. Wow, yeah, this is really laggy. At some point here, I'm going to have to. Oh, look, it's got a clown nose on it now. Now it really looks like a Disney mouse now, right? There you go. Oh, I'm a Disney mouse. I want to make it that way, and I want to do that way, and I'm going to want to stretch it out lengthwise, right? Longer. And I'm going to center it again. Oops. Now put it in the home position again and move it out and move it down. Now it's a mouse smoking a cigar. But that's not what it's going to be because I'm using it to subtract. I'm going to do that and make an intake, sort of. Let's do that and do that and pull down. And yes, I know intakes are ridiculous on spaceships because, you know, what are you intaking? You know, it's not a jet engine. Do I want to move that down one and subtract from the other thing too? Sure, why not? And let's see, let's do this. I want to go solo, and I want to make a slice, and where's my polyframe? Polyframe, let's turn that off. Oop. Let's hide that. Delete hidden, close holes, crease, turn off solo, turn off polyframe, and there we go. That's cool. That's kind of cool. Can actually do a little bit of other things to this. Let's, okay, what's up, mouse? There we go. Let's solo it again. What I want to do, I'm going to change to my clip curve. And I'm going to clip that. See what we get. Does that give us anything? You know what? That's a little harsh. I don't think I want to use the clip curve. I think I want to use the hard polish brush, which I already have activated. So I need to go back to solo, and I need to solo. I need to do this. Except I need to do it with symmetry on, so I can do that. And I also want to do the bottom slightly. There we go. And let's turn off solo. And if you make things just perfectly round, they get boring, but look at that. It's just got a tiny little bit of fun there. That's not going to work unless I'm soloed, will it? Okay, solo. Just got a tiny little bit of fun shapery happening. Just to flatten it out. And there you go. Ah, yeah, that's good. Now should I bring it down to there? And let's quit and look. Yeah, sure, why not? Might go back a little bit too far. I can move it forward. Quit. Yeah, there we go. That'll work just fine. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. Really appreciate it. So nice to have friends. I mean, I probably don't actually have friends, but it's nice to have friends. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do tonight before we go is I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to insert a cube 3D. Going to go to initialize, and I'm going to make the resolution 1 and make it a Q-cube. A quick cube is what they call it. And let's look at it from 3D, and I'm going to zoom back out. Move that back there. Pause for a second. I need to make that. Oh, Jesus. Mouse driver's killing me. It's killing me. It's not something that can be fixed either. I wish I could just, download a better driver, but my Cintiq is one of the older ones. This the monitor that I'm drawing on here. Look, and I'll show you. This thing here. It's this big monitor that you can draw on, and my camera is sitting on top of it looking at me. The driver that the last time they updated this driver, it broke the mouse driver, like it broke everything, even on Windows, like it broke everything. It just doesn't work right anymore. And since this is an older version of the Cintiq, Wacom is not updating it anymore. So let's see, where is this? And okay, it's larger at the front. So, I need to lock that to the side view. Thank you. Make this a little bit shorter. Make that and unmasked and make that bigger and slide it down because that's pretty much what it's looking like. Gonna make this. I'm going to stick this in the side and subtract it. So first, let's just stick it in. No, quit. Let's move the whole thing. Stick it in the side. And subtract it. subtract. And does that look like what I want it to look like? No. Make it smaller. How far up does that go? And it goes there, it goes back to here. Can shorten it a little bit, bring it back to here, quit, and now I have to rotate that which way? Sorry, let's make it not subtract. Okay, so there, and rotate this like that, move it up, scale it again a little bit. Now we can subtract and see what we get. Okay, it's looking about like where I want it to, but it doesn't go in deep enough. Let's try, no, I want to do that. Undo, let's do that and rotate this. Why is it not working? Oh, all right, because there's another one below it. Let's try that. There we go, that's what I want. Yeah. All right, now that's got to come out to where it starts to do that. We're going to need to rotate it slightly because I don't want that end digging in. I want the front end to be relatively natural curve and the back end to cut inwards like that. All right, does that look like what I want? Kinda, sorta, maybe. Somewhat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to punch that in and then I'll do something else with it, but let's bring this up. I want to go closer, guys. There we go. Okay, so we gotta pull it out anyway, and we gotta flatten it out a little bit. So if I wanted to do that, I gotta make a change to that. But all right, so for the moment, I'm gonna put it like this, and then I'll actually probably wind up hand smoothing it out later. Quit. And where are we again? Hello, hi. It's never this laggy when I'm actually working on it. Okay, so let's go to Z Modeler, and I want to slide edge. I want to grab that edge. Can I do it? Can I just bring that edge forward? Let's see, polyframe. If I do it from this way, I'm going to have to rotate it around. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to solo it. I want to bring up, I want to bring this edge forward. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, I know why. So slide and shift. There we go. Then I'm going to need to bring that whole thing back again. Right, okay, and turn off solo. Try to snap my view back where I want it. Just sometimes, oh no. Oh, yeah, it's really killing me, this lag. I may not be able to finish this ship on stream next time. I may have to do it elsewhere. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at, but I want the front edge of that to be smooth into the smooth into the hull. Okay, so then it's really easy to get that on the other side. I push mirror and weld. Did it work? Oh, because I have it on local symmetry. No. Undo. And Shift Z. Yeah, okay, that's what I want. And now I want to flip so I can see it. And mirror and weld X. And clearly it is Command Z. Not symmetrical or something. So let's look at it from the top and make sure we've got everything unselected. I'm going to change this back to additive. Turn off the polyframe. Zoom out. Zoom out. Thank you. Stupid mouse controls. Mirror and weld X. There we go. And now we go back to making it a subtract. And we have one on that side. And we have one on that side. So, folks, thank you so much for coming tonight. It's good to see so many old friends showing up. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in and watching me do this stuff. I hope that I have been at least somewhat entertaining. I hope that you have had fun watching me do my thing. And if nothing else, I hope you've enjoyed the dulcet sounds of my voice. Perhaps next time I'll use my FM radio voice like this. So let's call that done. Let's zoom in a little bit. Calling this done for tonight. And let's do, again, a BPR. And see what we get. Oh, excuse me. Not enough sleep. I wound up falling asleep for half the afternoon today, and I'm still just zonked. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Very European sort of styling, don't you think? Awesome. So there it is, guys. Thanks very much for coming. I'm going to switch my camera here. I need to... There's actually a way to do... there's actually a way to make it so I can like hit a button and get these transitions, so I'm going to have to do that. And I will do that and make it easier. Pull that down and BPR it again. I'm going to actually render that out in a second. Let's go back to OBS. Okay. You know what? Let me transition back to this because I'm running another BPR. So we'll transition back to that. And there you go. It's running the preview render. And 20 seconds. Shit-to-boo. It's going to take another 30 seconds. Or nah. Very nice. Okay. That's a cool looking ship. I like it. And with that, I will go back to here and tell you guys thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I will see you again next week. Same thing, Thursday night, 9 p.m. and or 9 p.m. Pacific time, 0500 UTC, I believe it is, or maybe it's 0600. I think it's 0500. So for all my European friends, if you're up early, you come on by. Thanks so much for coming, and I will see you next week. Rock and roll.